you're going to give your opinion based on what you read in the first box.
High school science teacher Maria Simon used the carousel formative assessment strategy to help assess her students' understanding of the Endangered Species Act.
The law that they were looking at both that day and previous to that day was the Endangered Species Act. So leading into that day's class, they used one of the library applications resources to read several articles that both supported the idea of the Endangered Species Act being effective at protecting species, and then some evidence saying it maybe wasn't the most effective strategy in law at protecting species. You'll get your classmates' paper, you'll read what they wrote in box 1, and you're going to do exactly what it says for box 2, which is to read their response and add another reason to support theirs.
The carousel strategy is a common assessment tool for teachers looking to help students understand two sides of an issue. It is designed to engage dialogue and debate in the classroom.
I thought it suited this particular activity because I really just wanted to get their opinion, but I wanted some concrete background and supporting evidence for those opinions. This allowed them to communicate that. But not just with me, with like an independent writing piece. They were able to communicate it in groups and then out loud with the class.
To implement her strategy, Maria divided the classroom into groups of 4, matching the 4 boxes on the handout sheet. The first 2 students in each group wrote reasons why the Endangered Species Act is effective. The last 2 students wrote in their boxes reasons why the Endangered Species Act is not effective.
So it was kind of forcing them to evaluate both sides of it based on the background that they had obtained through the articles. I liked that there was a written thought process down on paper where they had to go back into what they read and provide evidence from it, like with a written paper, but I also like that they were able to kind of look at each other's viewpoints. I'm gonna just use a popsicle sticks to get a few of you to share out your thoughts. Basically what you're sharing is just basically a summary or maybe a pretty powerful piece of the paper that you ended up with, so the one that's in front of you right now.
The second piece to Maria's formative assessment strategy is a popular one among Hatboro Horsham teachers and not so popular among its students. The strategy is cold calling by using popsicle sticks.
The popsicle sticks that I use just as a quick reporting method, it's called cold calling. A lot of teachers do it in different methods. The students like and don't like the popsicle sticks. I think they like it because they know to be on their toes at that point when you go to pull out that method that anybody could get called on. So that's kind of a good kind of heads up to them, I think. And a lot of teachers are using it, so I think they're kind of getting used to that whole method.
There are plenty of new formative assessment strategies being introduced to our teachers this year. They must choose the right technique for their classroom. The end result is to help teachers help students achieve success.
It does help in terms of just checking in on where they are, which again is always helpful, and we're always trying to come up with ways in order to do that better so that we can provide the help we need before some sort of big test or assessment comes. We want to try to figure out what those weak areas are and kind of help the students identify those weak areas before they have a test in front of them.